Guys, welcome to the channel. Do you want to see a fat guy strut around his shop like a pigeon with a french fry? Do you want to see a bet on Whiskey Dent? How about tires and wheels? How about nearly a complete interior? A hood that operates? Do you want to see it slam down nearly to the pinch welds? Guys, that's what's going on in this video. Welcome to Potter County Patina. Stick. All right. All my Potter County peeps, we are back in the shop. I got home from work today and there was a box on my front porch. Well, it wasn't actually a box, but I had a surprise. And I was like, yes. So I'm gonna flip you around. We're gonna go ahead and jump into this and get started. There's gonna be a little walkthrough and then I gotta get busy. So, the tires came in today, 245/30 R22s. So the tires are in, they're on. I went ahead and threw them in my trailer while I had my trailer on my truck, and they're mounted. Let me put this out there too. Guys, when I bought these on Black Friday, and I paid less than $300 for 4 tires. It was like $282 shipped. Dude, you can't, cheap tires or not, you can't get that at a used tires place. So winner chicken dinner. So back to this. So got all the tires and wheels are done, balanced. That's it. So back to these wheel adapters, and I've got new lugs for this one, being these. On some of these, if we're looking at this and we're looking flush mounted, some of the lugs stick out a little further than some of the others. So I'm gonna have to come through here. I'm gonna take this adapter off. I may be able to do it just with a flap wheel and just take a little bit off of each one of these lugs, excuse me, that are sticking past. This one seems fine, but you don't wanna cinch down on no wheel that doesn't have a flat, true surface. Let me check this one right quick. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about because it was on a few of them. Yeah, you can see it right here. See this lug sticking past, like if we're looking at it down that way. So I'm gonna have to go through all these. And I'm gonna see if I can just get my flap wheel and just flap attack it. Then torque all these down. These are just 1-inch adapters. But with those wheels being 8 inches, I'm still narrower than I was with the other wheels. So that really helps. So I'm gonna go through all these. I gotta get this one. I'm gonna hit those right quick, get the tires, or get the wheels cleaned back up and get them back on, because this will be the last time we do it. But we got to clean those lugs first and make sure that they're done. While the wheel is off on the passenger side, I got to put that front shock on, okay? While they're off on the back, I went ahead and marked all the shocks. I know where bottom is, top is, mid-range. I've got marks. So I'm going to go ahead and fab up these shocks, put the stainless elbows, the swivel elbows on the airbags, and it's done. I mean, literally, that's all I have left to do. And the 2 bolts on the Watts link. I still got to put 2 bolts in there. And now, I made another little video after the exhaust video. There's 2 things that I didn't mention in that exhaust video. They were pretty important, and I got messages fast. You have to have that cross member like what I have. You're not going to be able to run dual exhaust on a bag truck without hitting the exhaust. If you put that cross member in there with the 2 big humps where your exhaust can flow through there, your exhaust piping has room, you can tuck it up in the frame. If you're running that stock cross member, you're not going to be able to do that. So that's one. And the arm on the transmission shift linkage, where it's got the ball and socket that fits into the frame, and the other one has the little 90-degree hook on it that hooks to the gear selector mechanism on the transmission. That had to come out, so I had to take my linkage out. So now I'm going to be looking for an aftermarket shifter of some sort. So I'm going to find me an old cool one that's like 20 inches high where it just looks cool. Low car has what I want. However, they're relatively expensive, and we're right here at Christmas, and we've got my daughter's birthday. So it's not going to be something I just jump down and sit down and order right off the bat. Another thing, let me mention this, and then we'll get into this video. These are all I'm just trying to catch you guys up so we're all on the same pace here. Okay, so I got on LMC the other day because Timmy sent me a message, and the carpet that we needed for the bottom of the doors on the door panels are obsolete or back ordered. So we would be waiting for those. So I jumped on LMC. Guys, you can get these pouches on LMC, 2 new ones for like 45 bucks. You get the armrests on LMC. See how this doesn't sit flat? Like, they look good, but I think, oh, this other side looks horrible. See how this is going? The other side looks worse. You can get those for like 45 bucks a pair. These little deals, 45 bucks a pair. No, 70 bucks a pair, so 35 a piece. And the bottom carpets are like 80 bucks for a pair. So I'm just going to order all of those, okay? That way we can finish out the interior video. I still haven't dropped the interior video. You guys have been kind of following along, but as I'm doing this, I've got a video I've recorded of just the interior to put it up as a C10 interior deal. Just titled different, but it's nothing but doing the interior. So with that being said, man, guys, I don't want to keep you. We're right at 6 minutes, man. Let's get into this. Welcome to Potter County Patina. Hey, this will crack you guys up. I stopped by my buddy Timmy's the other day, and we're sitting around, and we're jacking around and laughing about stuff. And he was asking about air horns. I was like, yeah, I want to get one of this and that. Well, anyway, he went to the one of his little honey holes where he goes and gets big truck parts, and got some off of some older trucks. I don't know what they were. He has one that sounds like a tugboat. It's so deep and cool, and it's like I don't remember how tall it was. I don't know. It's big. It's like 3 foot, and it's just one single big trumpet looking deal. It's awesome. But check this out. So he gave me one, and I brought it home and rebuilt it. So I've got my regulator set. My compressor shuts off at 110. Nothing I have out here needs that much air. But anyhow, so this was 100. This is going to be 110 psi, and the tanks on the airbags are from 180 to 200. So let this be known. Move, Dix. Let me turn that off and get my air compressor to fill up. Okay, let's see if this is any better. Move, puppy. I've got it up as high as I can do it, and I still don't think it's enough. But it squeaks just a little. Hold on. That's enough to make my eyeballs flutter. It's so ridiculous. I love it. Thanks, Timmy. All right, guys. Now, I know some of you guys don't believe that I ever clean the shop. I do. I get it. Every week or two, it just gets cram-piled, and all that stuff that was on the workbench and everything has been there for a month. I know. I get it. It kind of drives me nuts, too. However, there's a method to that madness. I know where everything's at. Bam, 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 bam. Instead of going back and forth, you know what I mean? I just spread it out and do it. Guys, I'm going to flip you around. I've got the shop somewhat cleaned up, so I'll show you a few things. So this is for backwash. This is the bolt-in air ride system for an S10. And it was working. It was working fine. So that's going to be our air ride for backwash. There's the seats. I brought them in. Tell me those aren't dope. They're dirty. Tell me those aren't cool seats for an old vintage truck. I've kind of got that stuff put back together. Like I said, there's a method to the madness. I know what's what and where's where. But it feels nice having stuff cleaned up. And apparently I got a thing with zip ties. I found zip ties everywhere. So that's good because I buy them in a big bag. I don't buy the little $4 bags. I get them in like, well, this whole drawer is zip ties. So, but check that out. That's where that big old shelf was. Those 2 shelves actually, or not cabinets. Yeah, shelves. So the welding cart's over there. The little service cart, my parts cleaner. I don't like where that's at, but I don't really have a place for it. And now, at least when something's in here, I can open the door. I've got to put these sills in, okay? All the interior stuff is going to be here tomorrow, which will be Saturday. So I'm going to go ahead and finish out the interior. I'm going to get that done tonight, get on this tomorrow. That way I can drop that interior video. You guys have seen it as parts and pieces go, but there's a whole video just on the interior, which is different content than what you guys have seen. So I've got the spot cleaned up. I'm going to go ahead and get the bed in here. And I got a buddy coming by to get some shelves and some creepers. All of this stuff. These are the 24s. They're going to go behind that fence. My scrap guy's coming tomorrow to get all of this. All of that can go. I'm keeping the wheel tubs, and I'm keeping these tall back buckets with a console. But all that's going. That's going to go. The bed's going inside. This little air ride setup is going to a buddy of mine. The spindles I'm going to put on Marketplace because they're for like a 1-ton Chevrolet truck, and that's going with a buddy of mine. So, and the golf cart will come inside after the bed's put on here. So I'm going to go ahead and make it brief. I might put you guys on a time lapse and just get the bed in here. Because it's usually a fight. I'm going to have my smoking hot wife come in here and help me. So if y'all happen to see her on the video, you're lucky. So anyway, I just wanted to update you guys. The shop is clean. Let's get ready for round 4, guys. This is going to be the last round. This is where I get the bed sitting on stands in here, pull all my measurements, cut as little out as I can, and set the bed on there, cinch it down. But I know on the bottom there's some spot welds. There's like 60 spot welds I got to do across that rear brace. If you watch the bed video, if you're one of the day ones, you remember that. There's still a bunch I got to do to the bed before I put it on here. But that's the next step, guys. I mean, we're there. So hang out for just a minute. So I went ahead and got the bed in here. You guys just seen that. I've got a little measurement list off my bed. Let me walk you through how I'm going to do this. Then I'll walk you through my little marks. It's getting late, and one of the kids has a friend staying the night, and I got to get some stuff done in the office. So I'm going to call it a short night tonight. So let me get it where this, oh, those LED lights are so bright. It's going to put a mark on here because this is trying to pick that up. So anyway, so this is if we're looking at the back of the truck, okay? So you see back of the cab up at the top there. Of course, it's all pretty self-explanatory, but I've got the measurements here of where it lays on the frame. And then in the center, I've got the measurement of the bed bolt holes. The original holes, that's what I'm going to use to... use as identifiable markers where I know they were there, and then we had to take some out of the frame, but the original bed bolt hole is still on the original part of the frame, so that's where we're measuring everything off of. And then we're going to come to the back. Remember, our compressor is going to be open. The C-notch is going to be open for right now. There's going to be a few things that are still open. So what I'm going to do is measure off those, or what I did was measure off those bed bolt holes and lined everything up. Okay, so you remember when we cut this, we burned off our edge, took out the original part, so our bed bolts are still in the same location, okay? So I went ahead and measured off the bed bolts. This line that's going across right here to our hump is going to be right where the compressor starts. So it actually worked out really well. That was unplanned. I knew that it'd be close right in here somewhere, right where I'm pointing at my tape measure. I knew it was going to be on this line. Crap, I didn't know I was holding you guys sideways. You got to let me know those things. Scream at the TV. So there's a line right here. I'm hoping you can see it. There's Dixie. Remember how I said she never leaves me? I hope she don't poke her eye on that sharp metal. She's such a dork. But anyway, that's the second bolt hole. The first one's right there. I'm going to go ahead and measure off those things. Got that, or I already did, and got me a line. So the bed's gonna get cut there, and these little tangs that are sticking off right there, and then one on the other side. And the inner fenders that were in here, remember we were talking about using them as slosh tubs, are not gonna work so well as slosh tubs. They're gonna go back up in here, and it just barely clears. I mean, by the skin on my teeth. Once I put sealer on it, you won't notice. But if I did run sealer, you'd be able to see light through it. So that's gonna get cut out. Those original fenders are gonna go there, and then when we make the false floor, we can make it from there to there. So C-notch is right here. Remember, we had about 3/4 of an inch to the back of the C-notch, and all that fit really well. I'm gonna take that off since we have shocks. Take that off since we have shocks now. And all of this. So all this should just sit right down on there, minus I need to move the compressors. The compressors are in the way. We knew this because this is where that brace is. This is where that bolt hole is, where I got my wire stuff through that I'm gonna have to move now. That's the bolt hole we need to use. So we're using this one here and this one here. Those are those two bolt holes. And that's where the ribs are. So bam, 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 missing a rib. And the back rib sits right here. So it's gonna be close. And I may even have to notch it out for this watch link. As a matter of fact, I know I am. I didn't think of that when I put that there. Crap. Well, anyway, it is what it is. And remember, I had to trim out the underneath side of the bed, that brace that goes right here, because it goes right across the top of the gas tank. I'm still gonna have to do that. Now, this back bolt hole, this is a bed bolt, right? Remember that? So now I can measure off the back bed bolts, find the center of this, make a nice line, find the center, and then come up to the center of that, and then I can cut that out. That's where the lunch box is gonna be. So eventually it will get a raised bed floor, but I'm gonna try to do this cleanly enough to where it doesn't look horrible if I just cover up the C-notch section of it and put the wheel tubs back in and fur those down for now. Like, just to where it's kind of closed off. And my fab skills aren't excellent or good. So it may be a little rough looking. But anyway, that's the plan. I'm gonna get on this tomorrow morning. So I'll be right back with you guys. All right, guys, just a little update on the tires and wheels. We got the tires on. They're the full waist Sports Stars. Cheapest tire eBay has, but that's fine. We got them on there. The tire size was 245 30 R22. This is it, just a little bit under full height, just over ride height. So looks great. It's gonna turn just fine. Do what it needs to do. Got a ton of clearance in there. Got the wheels on, which is such a relief. Anyway, my battery's about to die, guys. Just wanted to touch base with y'all. Man, I appreciate y'all hanging out. Guys, I'm having a pigeon with a french fry moment, and I'm gonna show you why in just a second. Let's go ahead and flip this around. Oh, wait, before I do, Timmy Watson, dude, I appreciate you coming by and helping first thing this morning. That was so cool. He brought the material to finish the armrest. So cool. One, it was good to see you. Thanks for your help. It made it so much faster, easier, and it was neat for you to be here and help me do this and to compliment it such as you did. Anyhow, let me flip you guys around. I'm gonna start showing the back just to build suspense. Guys, everything fitting here accordingly. It fits well, it looks well. The bed bolts went right in. And I can't tell you how good that makes you feel when you've measured everything 10 times and you really, really want to make it easy on yourself. It worked out well. So I need to mount the compressors. I need to wire them back in, but they're just, you know, just little connectors to make it easy. Then we can work on wheel tubs and all that stuff. Got my little gas tank fill hole where the lunchbox is gonna sit. I got my Dr. Pepper thing in the window, which I don't really like. It don't bother me, but it's not like that's cool. Check it out. And of course the lift is sitting there. I can't get the battery in to move it forward and do like a proper reveal. Whenever I get it out in the sunlight will be the real deal. I haven't only seen this in here. But that's it. That's as low as it's gonna go. So, and that's Puppy. That's Pupper. What is her doing, hombre? Pretty girl. But also thank you, Thad, for coming by and helping get that hood open. I knew it would only take you 2.3 minutes. Oh man, I just keep walking and looking at it. Guys, I'm gonna keep from rambling. Yeet yeet. Makes me feel good, guys. Let me have my moment. So I'm probably gonna put you guys on a time lapse. I don't know. We'll see in the next frame, but I gotta get to working again. All right, guys. I think this is where I'm gonna call it on this video. I've run out of a few things, and Copenhagen being one of them. I have got a few parts that I need to go pick up. Let me just flip you around. Tail light's on. I need the inside casing for this other tail light. Looms are ran, wires are ran, pumps are mounted, batteries mounted, or batteries just sitting there. But at least this way I can fire it up, start it, move it, have it messed with the shifter. It's getting to be pretty late Sunday night, and I've got some food coming with the girls when they get here, when they get home. Bam, she just walked in. So, guys, this is where I'm going to end it. All right, thank you, baby. All right, this is where I'm going to end it, guys, and there's going to be a lot of really fast updates as we proceed from this point, because we're at the 90% mark, guys. Yes! Anyhow, I appreciate you hanging out. Thanks for joining Potter County Patina. Till the next time, guys. Peace.